Hello everyone, I'm Lucy. Today, I'll take you on an exciting story, but before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go!
Hi, my name is Pipalook, and I'm from Greenland. Please like and subscribe. I was raised in a small village by my amazing single mom, who was a farmer. We didn't have a lot, but we were really happy. She was my best friend. Once, when I was 5, Mom and I were at a funeral when suddenly I yelled, "Ew! Mom, did you just fart?" As I turned around to look, Mom turned red.
Of course not. This child is so silly. I've never in my life.
You're such a liar, Mom. I hear you do it all.
Pipalook, stop it.
Stinky, liar, pants on fire. By now, everyone was roaring with laughter as Mom chased me around and I ran ahead singing, "She farted, she farted." I was in a lot of trouble later, but I realized something. I'd made people laugh and I really enjoyed that. After that, I became the joker of the village. Mom thought I was hilarious too, as long as I wasn't joking about her. Once when I was 14, I'd taken my cows out for grazing in the fields, when suddenly I saw a bird drop to the ground. I ran to it and saw that it was hurt. As I tried dressing its wound, 2 strange girls came running up to me.
Hey, cow dung! That bird is my prey, so back off!
Yeah, do what my boss said.
You hit this poor creature? Pick on someone your own size, witch.
Okay, you asked for it!
And with that, she jumped on me and we broke into a fight. I kicked her in her stomach, and as she howled in pain, I ran to my cow and went back home. Soon after I got there, I realized the 2 had followed me. They started complaining to Mom that I'd beat them up. She started it!
Oh, you horrible girl! I think you burst my appendix.
Yeah, Auntie. I saw how your daughter kicked my boss. Wait, I'll show you.
She took some steps back and ran straight to the mean girl, kicking her hard in the stomach.
Ow! You moron!
Boss, I'm sorry. So sorry.
As the 2 ran out, Mom and I were laughing our heads off. What idiots! I found out later they were some city brats who'd come on a school trip to the village. Thank God I wouldn't be seeing them around again. A few days later, when I got back from school, I was surprised to see a big car outside our house. I stepped in to find a wealthy-looking man talking to Mom.
The doctors think it's safe for Pipalook to move back to the city now. I can never thank you enough for taking care of my child.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
Oh, Pipalook, how lovely. And grown up you are.
Who are you and what's going on? Mom! And what she said next turned my world upside down.
He's your real dad, Pipalook, and your real mum died soon after you were born. You had some mysterious disease, and the doctor said you had to be raised in the village till your teens. So your dad left you with me, and now he's here to take you.
You never thought of telling me this. And what am I? Another animal on your farm that you keep and give away whenever you like? I thought you were my mom.
I'm sorry, Pipalook, but you're not my real daughter. Your dad has been giving me money to take care of you, and now you must go with him.
Her words were a big blow to me. I had to leave, and I did with a heavy heart. But my dad seemed really nice, and I felt myself warming up to him. He dropped another bombshell on me, though. Apparently, I had a sister, too. Her name was Ani, and she was a year older than me. A few hours later, I arrived at my new home in the city, which was a huge mansion. As Dad led me inside, he told a servant to go get my sister, and when she walked in, I nearly had a stroke. It was one of the girls I'd met in the village, the mean girl's minion.
Cow Dung, what are you doing here?
You 2 have met?
Yeah, I met Cow Dung on a school trip. Why is she here, Dad?
Stop calling her that. Her name is Pipalook, and I told you I was getting your sister.
Yeah, but I thought you meant you were getting me a cute little puppy.
Dad warned her to be nice to me, but the minute he left the room, she whipped out her phone and called the mean girl.
Hello, boss. I've got some really gross news. Dad got me a sister, and it's Cow Dung. Yeah, the same girl from the village. Okay, I'll keep reporting over and out.
Gosh, of all the people in the world, I had to have this mad girl as my sister. It was summer break, and school hadn't started yet. I thought I'd get to bond with Dad, but he wasn't around much. He was mostly away for work and would give us gifts when he returned. But otherwise, it was just me and Ani at home, and I tried to avoid her as much as possible. A few weeks later, Dad hosted a grand dinner for some guests, and it was the first time I'd ever been to a party like that. Suddenly, Anne came running in with some things Dad got on his last trip.
Dad, your gifts are always so cheap. Why did you get me a calculator when I asked for a new cell phone? You wait till I steal yours.
A cell phone won't change your math grade from an F, but a calculator might help you get a D. Now go away and let me introduce Pippaluck to everyone. Come here, love. Meet my daughter. Guys, this one's really smart.
For the first time, I felt bad for Annie. Dad had basically just called her dumb in front of everyone. A week later, I joined Annie's school, and as soon as we entered the building, she ran to her boss, whose name was Diana. She smirked when she spotted me.
Well, well. You turned out to be really lucky, didn't you? But don't think for a second that you actually belong here. You will always be the uncivilized monkey whose best friends are cows. Ha ha ha!
That's a compliment because cows are amazing. And yes, I'm quite lucky and rich enough to have a private zoo for donkeys like you. The kids standing around us snickered and Diana looked furious. Apparently, lots of people in school didn't like her because she was mean, and they warmed up to me instantly. I made plenty of friends in no time because I could always make people laugh. Soon, I found out about a stand-up comedy contest at school, and I immediately signed up. Just then, Annie came running and pushed me aside and wrote Diana's name on the sheet too. Jeez! The night before the show, I was rehearsing my script in my room when I noticed Annie peeking through the door. Hey, you can't steal my jokes for Diana!
As if she needs your jokes. She's gonna win anyway.
How can you be so sure?
My cat told me cats are really good at predicting the future.
Okay, then tell me something. Why do you like being Diana's minion? You're just as pretty and rich as she is.
Are you crazy? Diana's so much prettier than me.
Says who?
Diana does. She's been saying that since we were kids, and she would never lie to me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to practice my clapping for the show tomorrow.
This girl was mental, but I'd started to realize that she wasn't evil like Diana, just really dumb. On the day of the contest, I gave my best on the stage and got quite a few laughs. And then it was Diana's turn. She stepped up in front of the mic and said,
Hello, judges! Before I begin, I'd like to tell you that I'm the most beautiful comedy queen of the school!
Suddenly, Anne laughed out loud.
Ha ha ha! Wow, very funny!
Diana glared at her.
Where was I? Yeah, so all my friends say I have the best sense of humor.
Ha ha ha! Oh my god, what a joke! You're killing me, Diana!
And she laughed so hard she fell off her chair. Everybody started laughing too, and Diana looked super embarrassed. She screamed and jumped off the stage after Anne, who yelled,
Ah! What, boss? You told me to laugh!
But later, when the results were announced, I was declared the winner! I ran home happily to tell Dad, but he wasn't home as usual. So I called him up. Dad, you won't believe this. I got first place in the comedy contest. You should have seen how everyone loved it.
Oh, that's great, honey.
Yeah, it's Dad. Hello? Can you hear me? He just hung up the phone. At that moment, I really missed my mom. She would have been so proud of me. Probably not. She said I wasn't her daughter and made me leave. She wouldn't care either. As I was going to my room, I walked past Annie's room and saw her sitting on her bed, crying like a baby. Hey, what's wrong? Can I sit here?
Yeah, sit. But a little away from me because boss says cow dung stinks.
Oh, come on now, tell me. Why are you crying? It's about Diana, right?
Yeah, I did what she told me to. I laughed at her jokes to make her win, but now she's mad at me. She didn't even post my video on her TokTok account today.
What video and what account? She showed me Diana's TokTok account, where she uploaded Ane's videos, doing absurd things like standing on a table and doing a stupid dance, jumping like a frog on the street, even acting like Diana's puppy in one video. What the freaking fish? Diana has been using my sister as a joke to get followers. Don't you see the problem with this, Ane?
What? Diana's making me popular. Maybe I'll get so famous I'll be cast in comedy movies one day.
Ane was just watching the views on her videos and smiling. This Diana was a jerk, and I had to think of some way to teach her a lesson. And the very next day, I walked into the cafeteria with Ani, and we found Diana bragging loudly to a group of girls.
This is your first time going to France, loser. I've been there so many times. Actually, I was planning on seeing the fashion show in Paris this coming weekend, but my old grandma passed away last night. Ugh, just ruined my plans.
And Ani started to wail.
Oh my god, what? Granny died last night. But wait, I spoke to her this morning. when I called your house, this doesn't make any sense, and she said you guys were going to the village on the weekend.
As Diana's lie was caught and everyone started to laugh, she looked livid.
You don't know anything because you're a complete moron! Why can't you just keep your mouth shut?
Diana raised her hand to slap her, but I stepped in and pushed her back. Don't you dare touch my sister! Stay away from her! And you're not using her anymore for stupid videos or anything else, you black-hearted donkey! I knocked her down to the ground, and Annie jumped in too. While the two wrestled and screamed, I grabbed Diana's phone and deleted the TokTok account and all the videos. We got suspended for a few days for attacking Diana, but it was totally worth it. Dad wasn't mad at me when he found out, but he went totally bonkers on Annie.
You already don't do much to make me proud, and now you've gotten yourself suspended. I don't know what I've done to deserve a dumb daughter like you.
Aine went crying to her room and I felt terrible. Later that evening, I decided I'd talk to Dad about not being so mean to her all the time. I went into his study and he wasn't there, but I found his laptop open with an email from his lawyer that left me shook. The will left by Pipaluk's mother cannot be changed. She is the sole heiress of all her mother's wealth, and you as the stepfather get nothing. We will have to find some other way to get a hold of that orphan's money. Wait! Dad was my stepdad. My mother had left me money and he was trying to take it.
Why are you snooping around?
Can you explain this email, Dad? Or should I say stepdad?
Yeah. I'm not your father. Your mother left me for someone else and had you. But then they both died. And the police left you with me because there was no one else. I left you in the village with some poor woman who wanted a child so badly she didn't even take any money. I only brought you back because I needed you to sign some papers. But it looks like it's no use. So you can just go back to your idiot mother while I figure something out.
And what about my money? You can't have it.
Oh, yes, I can. And I will. What are you gonna do about it?
I couldn't believe what I was hearing. This man was pure evil. I ran upstairs and started packing my things. I wasn't staying here another minute. But as I was leaving, I heard police sirens, and there were cops at the door to arrest Dad for theft and fraud.
You called the police, Pipaluk?
No, I did. I heard everything you and Dad were talking about, Pipaluk, and then I snuck down to his study and sent his emails to the police.
How could you do this to your own father, Anne?
Because you're a crook. And you're not a good father either. My whole life you've told me I'm stupid and not good enough. Well, I deserve better than you. Take him away.
The cops took him away, and I turned to hug her tight. You're amazing, Anne.
But you're still leaving me to go with your mom, right?
No, I'm taking you with me. Mom said she took money to keep me, but I just knew in my heart that wasn't true. Your dad made her say that to make me leave with him. She's the most amazing mom, Annie. And she would love to have you too.
Are you sure?
100%. Let's go. Hi, my name is Callista, and I'm from Seattle. Please like and subscribe. I don't remember my dad, because soon after I was born, my parents got divorced. Mom got full custody of me since I was only a baby. She moved to Seattle for a fresh start and started working at a big law firm, but I never knew what happened to my dad. Growing up, Mom worked really hard to look after me and never really had any time for herself. And since she had no other family, I made sure I loved her enough for everyone. Surprise! Happy birthday, Mom!
Oh, sweetie, you're the best daughter in the world. I love you so much.
Once, when I was 8, Mom took me to a picnic at a nearby park. As I was playing hide and seek with her, a girl came and sat right next to me. Hey, what are you doing? Go away! There's only room for one person to hide here.
Yeah, that's why you leave, because this is my spot.
Saying that, she elbowed me, and I fell to the ground flat on my butt. Ah! I grabbed her hair and she screamed. Minutes later, the adults came running, but instead of separating us, Mom freaked out seeing the man.
You, what are you doing here?
Oh, Amber, it's been so long. Where have you been? I tried to reach you, but oh my God, is this Callista?
He suddenly lifted me up in his arms.
Oh, honey, this is your stepsister Lisa and I. I'm your dad.
My what?
No, you're not. Get away from my daughter.
Mom snatched me from his arms and took me back home. Mom, what's happening? That man was my dad. Why are we running away from Dad?
Don't call him your dad. He's a terrible father, and he was a terrible husband. Just forget about him, okay?
She looked super mad and shut herself up in her room. The next day, When I was coming back from school, Dad was waiting for me with Lisa. He had gifts and balloons in his hand.
Oh, Callista, here you go. Listen, I'm sorry I didn't come to see you before.
Why? Why didn't you come to see me before?
Sweetheart, I can't tell you. It was just awful. But I'm here now. Please give me a chance to make it up to.
He seemed so sweet, and I couldn't help thinking that it would be nice to have a dad like the other kids. Just then, Lisa stepped forward and apologized to me.
I'm sorry, Callie. I shouldn't have hit you the other day. Dad told me you're my elder sister. Do you want to be friends?
I shook her hand, and we both smiled. Later, Dad took both of us for some ice cream, and we all had a blast. But when he dropped me back home and I went inside, Mom went bonkers on me.
Oh my God, do you have any idea how worried I was? Callie, I went to pick you up but you weren't there. And now you're coming home with that jerk, and what's all this?
I'm sorry, Mom, but Dad came to pick me up at school and he got me all this. Suddenly, she snatched everything from my hand and shoved it into the fireplace. Mom, no!
He's trying to buy your love with all these gifts. He's not a good person, Callie, and he doesn't care about you.
Why do you say that, Mom? What did he do?
I can't tell you. It was awful. Just trust me, okay? He and his family are evil.
But Mom, Lisa is...
You think she's any good? No! Lisa and her mom are horrible people just like him. And now he's back thinking he can just take you away from me.
Mom burst into tears and fell to the ground. I went ahead and hugged her tight. I'm sorry, Mom. I had no idea they were so bad and that you'd be so hurt. Please don't cry. No one's taking me. I love you the most. That night, I snuggled into Mom's bed and slept with her. And she looked happy, but I couldn't stop thinking, what weren't my parents telling me? The next day, I was sitting in my classroom working on my project when Lisa came running to me.
Hey, sis! Dad asked me to give you these cupcakes, and we can hang out at lunch.
Go away, Lisa, and take your stupid stuff with you. I don't want anything to do with you ever again. I got up from my seat in anger, and somehow my chair hit Lisa, and she fell to the ground with all the cupcakes all over her. Everyone gasped, and Lisa looked so embarrassed.
You're so mean, Callista. I'm gonna kill you.
She leapt forward and pushed my project model to the ground, smashing it to bits. I grabbed her hair, and we broke into a wild fight. The teachers came running and pulled us apart. And then our parents were called in. Dad was the first one to arrive, and he instantly hugged Lisa.
What happened, sweetie? Are you okay?
Mom was right. He didn't even look at me. He didn't care about me. And then Lisa told him I pushed her on purpose. That lying witch.
Callista, how can you hit your own sis?
She's not my sister, and you're not my dad. Do you understand me? Just stay away from me. I ran out of there in angry tears, and after that, even though Dad tried to talk to me, I completely refused to. But he still sent me gifts on Christmas and my birthdays that I always hid from Mom. For some reason, I just couldn't throw them away. Time went by, but Lisa was still there at school with me, and no matter how much I tried to avoid her, she'd somehow managed to always be in my face. In the 8th grade, we both joined the dance club. But when it was time to select the lead dancer for an upcoming event, the teachers chose me, and Lisa looked super pissed. A day before the competition, I was in the changing room when someone locked the door from outside and turned off the lights. What in the world? I tried to make my way around in the dark. Then I tripped over something and landed on the floor. Minutes later, Lisa and her nasty friends opened the door, and they were all laughing at me.
Seems like you won't be able to dance now, loser.
You witch! I'll make you pay for this. Ouch! I sprained my ankle pretty bad. And just like that, Lisa grabbed the role of the lead dancer. But I wasn't going to let her get away with it. While Lisa was performing on stage, I cut the cable wires and the music stopped. And so did Lisa. Her performance was spoiled, and I even paid some kids to throw rotten tomatoes and eggs at her. Seeing her screaming and running off the stage was awesome. A few weeks later, our school had organized an adventure camping trip that I immediately signed up for. And I was so annoyed to see Lisa had too. But the worst was when the teacher announced the teammates' names, and mine was frickin' Lisa. We both ran to the teacher and begged her to change that, but she just wouldn't.
It's either this or you go back home because nobody else wants to switch.
Ah! This was a nightmare! When we went to our tent, I dropped my luggage on the right bed, but Lisa picked it up and threw it on the left. What are you doing?
If a wild animal comes in at night, the left bed is closer to the door. So he'll eat you first while I run away.
Huh? Why should I get eaten? You get eaten. Saying that, I picked up my luggage and put it back, and she kicked me. I kicked her right back, and we got into a fight. And just like that, our tent broke down. The teacher glared at us and made us sleep under the sky. The next day, we had to perform a few tasks as a team. The first one was tree climbing, but as I was climbing, Lisa pulled me down by my foot and I fell to the ground. She giggled and started going up, but I grabbed a handful of mud and threw it at her face. She lost balance and fell right next to me. Of course we were disqualified. With nothing to do, I decided to take a nap while Lisa sat by the lake. But all of a sudden, I woke up to screams. I went running and saw Lisa was in the lake struggling to swim, and everyone else was just watching. As I ran forward, someone tried to stop me.
There may be alligators in that lake. Wait for the teachers.
I just pushed her aside and jumped into the water, pulling Lisa out. The teachers came running and took us to the nurse, but thankfully, Lisa was completely unhurt, just really shaken. Later that night, Lisa came to the tent and just hugged me.
Thank you, Callista. If it weren't for you, I don't think I'd be here. Nobody tried to help me, not even my friends. But you did.
I couldn't let you torture the alligators in the water. And then we both burst out laughing. By the time we were back from the trip, Lisa and I had become good friends. Dad was there to pick her up after the trip, and Lisa told him everything. And then he walked towards me.
Oh, Callista, how can I ever thank you? You saved your little sister. Do you think you could give me another chance too?
Are you still not gonna tell me why you never got in touch? Mom won't tell me.
Then I can't either, sweetheart, but we can still get to know each other.
What was the big secret? I'm not sure, but maybe I'll try. The next week, Lisa and I spent time together in school, almost like besties. She even brought me cookies that her mom made especially for me, and I loved them. A few days later, she invited me for Christmas dinner at her place. At first, I was hesitant, but since Mom always worked extra shifts on Christmas and I mostly spent them alone, I decided to go. When I reached there, everything looked so amazing. Dad and Lisa were putting the decorations on the Christmas tree, and they looked so happy. I went in, and Lisa's mom opened the door, and to my surprise, she was very warm and welcoming to me.
Come in, darling. We've been waiting for you.
Merry Christmas, Mrs.
Oh, just call me Mom, Aunt, whatever you feel comfortable with.
Dad came running to me and hugged me too.
I'm so glad you came, Callie. You have no idea how long I've waited for us to get together as a family.
I was really touched by their lovely welcome. And when it was time for gifts, I saw they'd gotten me the best presents ever. Later, when we sat down for dinner and everyone was laughing and talking, I couldn't help thinking that this is what a perfect family felt like. Something I'd always craved for deep in my heart. But just then, the door flew open and Mom barged in.
How dare you people try to take my daughter away from me? Callie, I know these people tricked you into coming here. Let's leave now.
Mom took my hand and started pulling me out, but I pulled my arm away and stepped back.
Callie, what? What are you doing?
No one tricked me into coming here, Mom. I came because I wanted to. And these people aren't strangers. They're my family.
What are you talking about? Your dad never cared about you, and now these people have brainwashed you.
Amber, that's not fair.
You have your family. What do you want with mine?
Mom, stop. You brainwashed me. You always told me they were evil, but the last few weeks, I've received nothing but love from them. Today, I realized how happy it felt to be among family. And as much as I love you, I want this too. Mom, why can't I have both?
Well, you can't. You have to choose. It's me or him. Are you coming or not?
But when I didn't move, she stormed off angrily. I felt unhappy, but I wasn't going to let her emotionally blackmail me. Mom refused to talk to me for the next few weeks, and I did the same. She threw herself even more into her work, and I'd hardly see her around. But then one day, I got a call from her office. She'd fainted and been taken to the hospital. I called Dad, and immediately he took me there. The doctor said she'd overworked herself and had a breakdown.
Just make sure she rests for the next few weeks and has nothing to worry about.
Before I went to see Mom, I turned to Dad. I need to know. Just tell me what happened between you and Mom, please. Dad looked at me and sighed.
I didn't want to be the one to tell you this, Callie, but your mom became a bit crazy. She would throw tantrums over the smallest things, and she didn't trust me at all. We were miserable and fighting all the time. And once we got divorced, she was so possessive about you. She just changed her address and numbers and wouldn't let me see you. But I'm still sorry, because I should have tried harder for you.
So finally I knew! I felt sad to hear Mom had been that way, and how she had ended things with my dad. The next few weeks, I made sure Mom stayed put in that bed. Lisa helped me with all my schoolwork, while Dad made sure we had everything we needed. His wife even came over often to cook and clean for us. And I was so grateful that I didn't have to deal with all this alone. A couple of weeks later, I was reading by Mom's bedside when suddenly she took my hand.
Callista, I've had a lot of time to think, and I really owe you an apology, honey. I'm sorry for keeping you away from your dad. He did try to get in touch.
Mom, it's okay. I know. Dad told me everything.
I know I drove him away. And then I got even more bitter, and he'd moved on and married someone. It made me crazier, and you were all I had. I just didn't want you to get close to him. I think I need therapy. Callie, I know your dad cares about you, and it actually feels nice to know that there was someone to take care of us while I was sick. I'll be better. I won't make you choose again. You deserve a family.
So do you. And we're all here to help. I love you, Mom.
Hello, my name is Moana, and I'm from Hawaii. Please like and subscribe. Growing up, what I hated most was when my parents argued and yelled at each other. And it happened a lot. But there were some moments when we'd all laugh together. Like when I turned 3, Dad came home with the biggest unicorn doll for me, and Mom baked my favorite vanilla cake. It was the happiest day of my life.
Moana, you're the best thing that's ever happened. When you were born, our world changed.
Yes, darling. You mean everything to us.
Mom worked as a secretary at a big insurance company, and Dad worked at a local store, so we lived a pretty average life. But then one day, when I was 4, Mom came home driving her boss's expensive car and told Dad that she was leaving him. Please don't go, Mom. I love you.
Oh, my baby. Tell you what, you will visit me at my new house every weekend.
I watched Mom pack her bags and drive away. And Dad was so sad. He told me that he and Mom were now separated. Months later, he took me to visit her at her new fancy house, and she was sitting with her boss, carrying a new baby.
Moana, I'd like you to meet your baby sister, Luisa.
Luisa was the luckiest little baby because her dad bought her all the toys in the world. I liked going to their mansion, and Mom would be so happy every time I visited. But soon, Luisa started crying so hard for Mom's attention that it became difficult for us to spend any time together. Once, when I was 5 and Luisa was a toddler, Mom took us to the zoo and bought us both candy. But Luisa threw hers into the raccoon cage, and then she started crying hysterically for more. She even started pulling Mom's hair, and I gave her my candy so she'd calm down and give Mom a break.
Oh, Moana, thank you so much. You've always been such an understanding child. I hope your sister grows up to be just like you.
Thanks, Mom. I just want you to be happy. Since Mom had left, Dad always tried to hide his sadness and make me laugh with his jokes and dramatic bedtime stories. And I tried my best to always make him proud and happy, too. Once, in 2nd grade, Dad came to my school for a parent-teacher meeting, and my teacher, Sina, told him all sorts of nice things about me since I was the top student in her class.
Wow, I'm so proud of you, darling.
You should be. Moana is a very special little girl.
Right after the meeting, Dad invited Sina to come with us. For pizza. He looked really happy around her. And soon after, he started seeing her more often. And I didn't mind at all because she was very nice to me. Once, in 4th grade, we went to the skate park together, and Sina showed me how to skateboard.
Okay, I'm not letting go of your hand until you're strong on your feet.
I think I can skateboard on my own. Look! I let go of her grip and jumped up, feeling as if I were flying. And then suddenly my leg twisted and I fell down hard. I felt dizzy, and I saw Sina running towards me as I blacked out. I was rushed to the hospital, and my leg was put through so many scans and then bandaged up. Sina couldn't stop crying.
This is all my fault. I'm so sorry, Moana.
No, please don't blame yourself. I wanted to do that on my own. Dad hugged Sina to make her feel better. And just then, Mom barged in with Luisa.
How could you let this happen?
She started yelling at Dad, and they both got into a big argument, forgetting all about me. Guys, stop! Everyone looked at me, and then Luisa came closer to my bed, looking angry.
I had a big concert today. I was the lead. But now I'm here because Mom was worried about you. You ruined my concert.
Luisa, you can't speak to your sister like that. She just got injured.
Luisa pulled an ugly face at me, and just then, the doctor walked in with some bad news. He told my parents that my leg would never be normal again. I walked with a limp, and at school I couldn't participate in any sports. But I still remained the top student in the class, and everyone was so nice to me, since I'd never had trouble making friends. And I always helped them with their homework. One day when I was in 7th grade, Sina watched how I helped some kids understand a math equation, and she was so impressed.
Moana, you would make a really good teacher one day.
Yes, I would love to be a teacher one day, just like you, Sina. Sina really cared about me, and when I was in 8th grade, Dad told me that he wanted to marry her. I was so happy for them. Dad even invited Mom and her family. This was his way of finally making peace. Just before the event started, I found Luisa standing and glaring at the big wedding cake. What are you doing here alone?
Whatever I want. This cake looks so delicious.
Yes, it is, but don't stand too close. We don't want any accidents. She smirked at me, and then suddenly, she stuck her finger out and scooped the frosting off the cake. Hey, you can't do that. But she just laughed and reached for the cake again. I ran forward to pull her away as she tried to push me off. We both started wrestling and crashed straight into the cake. Just then, Mom and Dad appeared, looking speechless.
What have you girls done?
It wasn't me, Dad. Honest. Mom surprised me when she yelled at Luisa.
I'm so tired of your behavior, Luisa. Your father has spoiled you so much that everywhere you go, you ruin things. Moana was such a good child compared to you.
Well, maybe I should tell Dad to send you back to your poor family.
Both Dad and I were so shocked at the way Luisa spoke to Mom. And after the wedding, when I visited Mom again, I noticed that Luisa was awful to Mom all the time and bossed her around because her dad gave her the power to do so.
Mom, my Prada jacket still has a stain. Get it cleaned right now. I need it for school.
Okay, dear.
Why are you so mean to Mom?
Because she never does anything right. And if she doesn't listen, my dad will kick her out.
She's our mom. Don't you love her?
Well, she loves you more. So I guess I love my dad more.
When I tried to talk to Mom about what was going on in her life, she told me not to worry and said she could handle it. There wasn't much I could do to help her. One day in 10th grade, I was studying in the school library when a boy came out and sat on the table opposite to me. I knew exactly who he was. Maui! He was one of the hot, popular guys at school and was reading one of my all-time favorite books. My eyes kept wandering to him now and then, and I tried not to make it too obvious, but he was just so gorgeous. And while I sat zoned out in my fantasy, he suddenly started waving in my face.
Hey, are you okay?
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't staring. I was actually,
It's okay. I'm used to it. That's why I sometimes come in here to hide away from the girls coming after me. My parents wanted me to be a model because of all the attention I get.
Yes, you're very good looking. Modeling would suit you.
I actually like books and reading. I don't like being in the spotlight.
I was so surprised because I always saw him surrounded by girls. I was never after him because he was way out of my league. But after meeting him in the library, we actually became good friends because we had so much in common. One day, he asked if I'd like to see the latest Disney movie with him. And I was so excited that another kid in school liked that kind of stuff. We even dressed up like the characters and had the time of our lives. I'm so happy to finally have a Moana partner.
Me too. You're such a cool person to hang out with.
He looked deep into my eyes, and then he leaned over and kissed me. I was so shocked because it all felt like a dream. And then I looked down at my leg and started doubting myself and wondering if any of this was real.
Hey, what's wrong?
Maui, you're like the hottest guy on this planet, and there's so many pretty girls without any issues like mine. So why me?
There's nothing wrong with you, Moana. You're perfect.
Maui liked me just as I was, and I learned to love myself with my brokenness. Life at school felt great, until one day, Mom called me with some surprising news.
Honey, Louisa will be joining your school. She got expelled from her fancy private school because she was bullying kids.
But Mom, she won't fit in at my school.
No other school will accept her. Please look out for her and show her around. Maybe she can learn something from you.
The next day, Louisa walked into my school wearing a pink fluffy coat and black shades. Just as she approached me, a group of girls snuck up behind her and spray painted her coat.
What is wrong with you fools? This is Dolce & Gabbana. Oh my gosh, you ruined it.
The girls went ballistic and lifted her off her feet.
What did you call us?
Put me down.
When I told the girls that she was my sister, they let her go.
What is wrong with the people in your school?
This is not one of your fancy schools, and all the newbies get spray painted. It's tradition.
That's why I hated the idea of a public school. Poor people have no class.
Ugh, she was such a snob. While I was showing Louisa around, we bumped into Maui, and he kissed me before running off to class. Louisa looked at me, stunned.
Oh my god, how did the hottest guy in school end up with you?
Why? What's wrong with me?
Everything! You're boring! You dress like a granny and you have a broken leg.
You're just a very ugly person inside and out, Louisa.
I'm going to steal him from you. Watch and see.
I wasn't threatened by my stupid sister. After school, when Maui walked me out to the gate, Louisa ran after us and slipped her number into his pocket. Before I could say anything, Maui spoke up.
Louisa, what's wrong with you? I'm with your sister, and I'm crazy about her. Please, just stay away from me.
I smiled widely as Louisa turned red. And just then, Sina came to pick me up. We had to wait till Mom came for Louisa, and she yelled on the phone at Mom for being late.
Hey, you can't speak to your mom that way!
Mind your own business, lady. You are not my stepmother.
Louisa was just out of control. I decided I was done with her. I completely ignored her for the next day at school, and during recess, she insulted some girls by calling them poor, and they all surrounded her, but I didn't run to her rescue.
Hey, aren't those girls hurting your sister?
Yes, but she can't control her awful mouth. Whatever happens to her, she deserves it.
Yeah, but she's still your sister.
Maui always had a way to make me think twice, so I stepped into the circle of girls and found my sister crying.
Moana, please tell them to bring back my bag.
Not until you promise to change your ways, especially how you speak to Mom.
I promise. Please, please save me from these mean girls.
It's not so nice when it's done to you, right? I told the girls to leave my sister alone, and then she joined me and Maui for lunch. And to my shock, she actually apologized for being a jerk.
I'm really sorry, Mona. I've always been mean to you and Mom because I always felt she loved you more. But today, when those girls were mean to me, I felt what it was like to be the weak one. I've hurt so many people already.
Well, it's never too late to change. Later that day, when my stepmom and Mom came to pick us up, Louisa apologized to both of them too. And then Sina told us some thrilling news. She was pregnant. Oh my God. What? I'm gonna be a big sister again.
That baby's lucky to have you, Moana.
And you, Louisa, will be the best big sisters ever. Hi, I'm Stormy. Please like and subscribe. I lived with my parents in a small city in the States. My parents loved me loads, and I was living a simple, peaceful life until I discovered something strange about me on my 5th birthday. When I was about to thank the guests after the party, I felt quite nervous with everyone staring at me. Thank you all for coming to my birthday. What a fumble. That's the first time I realized I stutter in nervous situations. Everyone around me laughed, and I just ran away. I sat by the pool, crying when a girl my age with glasses came and sat down near me.
Hey, I'm Nora. We just moved here. I know speeches suck. Yuck. I hate them too.
She wiped my tears, and I instantly put my arm around her. It felt like we were destined to be friends. Mommy takes me to the park every night. Want to come along? It'll be fun. And so, we met at the park every evening, and soon we became best friends. One such day, I saw another girl with Nora. As I approached them, the girl started laughing.
Don't tell me you're friends with her! Isn't she the dummy who said thank you at her birthday party?
Yeah, I did. But what's your problem?
You're such a stupid combo, Stormy. The dummy and no eyes, Nora!
Ha 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 ha! She laughed and pulled Nora's glasses. Nora reached out for them, but the girl threw them on the ground and stomped on them. I lost it! I kicked her hard, and she fell on her butt. How dare you mess with my friend?
Your friend? She's my sister, you moron! Get lost!
What? Turned out she was Nora's twin sister, Leah. She gave Nora a death stare and ran to complain to her mom. She can't be your sister, Nora. She's awful.
Yeah, she is. That's why I didn't introduce her to you before. We just never get along. But thanks for standing up for me.
Days passed and we all started going to the same school. Whenever Leah or anybody bullied me or Nora, we always stood up for each other. Life was good until one day in the 6th grade, Nora told me the saddest news.
Their family was moving to New York City. I don't want to go, but my dad's got some big job there and he can't miss it. I'm so sorry.
She hugged me, and we both burst into tears while Leah mocked and laughed at us. And that's the last day we all met. I missed Nora so much that I didn't even attend school for days. But then, Mom and Dad encouraged me. Slowly, I started focusing more on my studies and became a school topper. But when I was in high school, my parents came up with a strange plan. They wanted me to move in with my aunt in New York for a better education. I wasn't so happy to leave them, but I agreed. When I reached New York, Aunt was so pleased to have me. She took me shopping around the city and got me all ready for my new school. Stepping into the big school, I felt like I was in a movie. I walked straight up to my class in the 9th grade, but almost all the seats were taken. I was gazing around when suddenly a girl waved at me. Me?
Yeah, come on up. Here's a seat.
That was so sweet. I walked near her, but then I noticed from her smile, she's someone I knew. OMG, Nora, is that you? You look amazing, and you got contacts.
I know. Gotta make some changes.
And you're beautiful as ever, too. We shouted in excitement while the whole class stared at us like crazy. Nora took me out on a tour around the school, and we bumped into Leah.
Oh God, you again! How many more losers can a class of grade 9 hold?
And she had a set of minions here too around her. Seems like she hadn't changed one bit. Well, maybe you can leave and never come back so the class will be one loser less. Nora and I laughed and high-fived. Leah looked like she was about to attack me, but some teacher walked by just then and I escaped. Later that day at lunch, I sat down with Nora at a table, and the next minute, 2 girls brought us food as if in a restaurant.
Hey, don't you know I'm on a diet? Take this burger back and get me a salad and... Oh, one for Stormy too.
No, really, it's fine. I can get my own lunch. Thanks.
Hey, why? Easy girl, see, she's already going. Now chop chop.
Whoa! I was surprised to see she was a big shot in the school with her own set of minions. As we were eating, Leah was sitting a few tables away, and I saw a strange grin on Nora's face.
Now watch the show.
Saying that, she walked straight to Leah with a bottle of water. She silently poured the whole bottle onto her food. Leah snapped and pushed her hard. Nora fell down with a scream.
Ah! Look, guys, she slapped me and pushed me down for no reason. Do you want such a mean girl to be your president?
Stop embarrassing yourself, Nora! You're going to lose no matter what you try!
We'll see about that.
What was happening? When she came back to her seat, I asked Nora. What was all that about Nora, and I saw that you started it. That wasn't very nice of you.
Why? I told you. You got to change to fit into the world or you'll lose. Well, here I mean the school president election. I'm running and so is Leah, and I have to beat her butt.
I wasn't liking her cheap winning tactics, but she was my friend. And when she asked me to help prepare posters for her campaign, I did. The day before the election, the candidates had to give their final speech in front of all the students. And the second student had to speak in favor of each candidate, too. I was praying Nora wouldn't look up to me, but she did, and I really had to step up. I started off confidently, but suddenly I realized how many pairs of eyes were on me, and I lost my nerve. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is vote for no. No, Nora! And the whole school ended up shouting in chorus.
No, Nora!
Nora looked furiously at me and stormed off. I called her out, but she didn't stop, gosh, I'd messed up, but I hadn't done it on purpose. She shouldn't have asked me, and when the election results were announced, Leah was declared the winner. I knew Nora would be really mad, but I had no idea what she'd do next. Just as the previous president was putting the president badge on Leah, Nora came charging straight at her onto the stage and knocked Leah over. She ripped the badge right off her shirt. I jumped onto the stage to stop her, but just then, she pulled Leah's hair and it came off. OMG, it was a wig! Everyone looked stunned to see Leah hairless. Nora just stood there grinning, while Leah looked around horrified.
I thought you'd at least keep this promise, Nora! You suck!
She burst into tears and ran off. As Nora walked off the stage, I went after her and grabbed her arm. Are you crazy, Nora? How could you do something so awful to your own sister? Who are you? What have you become?
Who are you to ask me that, you stuttering moron? You cost me the election too.
She pushed me so hard that I hit the wall. I lost it. I attacked her back and it was a big fight that landed both in detention. But at least I was clear about something now. I was not going to be friends with her ever again. I didn't even know who she was anymore. I felt bad for Leah, but she didn't show up for days, and Nora was just going out of control. She made the whole class sign a petition for a re-election and sent it to the principal. Worse, she used Leah's absence and told everyone she was the acting president.
So class, today, we're all going to skip the math test and go watch the soccer team's rehearsals. They're amazing!
We're not listening to you, Nora. You can go if you want, but we'll be right here in class.
You always were such a loser nerd, Stormy. Don't talk back to your president. You are skipping math. Everyone will. Because I said so.
That was insane. And there was no way I was going to listen to her. I stayed back in class, and I was glad at least some of the other kids did too. Weeks passed, and finally Leah showed up for the exams. But she wasn't the same girl anymore. She sat in the last seat in class and didn't talk to anyone the whole day. I decided to go talk to her. When I went to her at lunch, she immediately stood up and started walking away. Hey, wait up! You don't have to run away from anyone. If you start running, you'll have to do that your whole life. Just stop. And she did. She came back and sat down next to me for lunch, and I saw Nora and her gang staring at us from afar. But I couldn't care less. I shared my lunch with Leah, and slowly, she started getting comfortable. She told me she got a strange condition called alopecia a year ago, which made her lose most of her hair. She even apologized for being so mean towards me.
You know, all these years, I thought being mean to people says you're tough and strong. The way I treated you and Nora till now, I think I deserve this shame.
No, you didn't deserve it, Leah. It was cruel. But I'm glad you realized your mistakes, and I hope this means we can be friends now. We started hanging out in school, and even at my place to study together. And she was actually quite easy to get along with. We aced the exams, and I was really looking forward to junior prom, but Leah seemed reluctant.
Actually, I don't think junior prom is a good idea, but you should go! It's just me!
Oh, come on, Leah. You're the president now.
You mean the hairless president? If only it was a Halloween party. You could come as Voldemort and win. Ha ha ha!
Shut up, Nora. There's a big difference between being hairless and heartless. You should be more worried about how ugly you are on the inside.
How come you don't stutter at all when you raise your voice at me, Stormy? Was it a plan to make me lose the election then?
Think whatever you want to. I don't care. See you at prom. Leah and I walked out. I took her shopping that evening, and we got some beautiful dresses for the big eve. And I bought something that shocked Leah, a bald wig. This is gonna complement my costume. I'm gonna show everyone. Being hairless is a fashion in itself. How about you? She cried and hugged me tight. I held Leah's hand tight and took her to prom. Beautifully hairless. Some gossiped, many were speechless. When I saw my friends smiling with confidence, that made me happy. Nora mocked us and laughed, but no one backed her up.
Hey, knock it off, Nora. Leah looks lovely, and it's brave of her to come like this.
Yeah, and we all like Stormy too. She's really nice.
Nora lost her mind and picked up some juice glasses to fling at us. But just then, the principal happened to walk by, and the juice went straight in her face. She immediately kicked Nora out of the event. That felt like a victory. Just like that, we were at the end of high school. We got some great news. Lee and I got placed in the same university on scholarship. The last day at school, I walked into the restroom to find Nora sitting in a corner, bawling like a baby. Hey, Nora, you okay? What happened?
Ugh, you of all people, why are you here? Just leave me alone.
Sure I will. Right after you tell me what's wrong with you.
What do you want to know, huh? That I'm a real loser? Fine. I'm dumb and stupid and I failed all my exams and I won't graduate from high school this year and I've lost all my popularity and everybody hates me. Happy to hear that, Stormy.
Why would that make me happy, Nora? We used to be best friends and I miss that person. But maybe this is a chance for you to set things right before you leave this place. Be nicer to your new classmates and they won't hate you. You said you have to change to fit in, and I guess you need to change into the better, kinder version of yourself now. I know you can. She looked at me silently as I gently patted her on the shoulder, and then I walked away.
Hi, my name is Hope. Please like and subscribe. That winter when I was in 5th grade, the world turned all white with snow. Our classroom was cozy, but one day, the principal brought in a new girl named Maya. She seemed shy and wore old clothes. Our teacher, Ms. Albert, asked us to welcome her, but most of us stayed quiet. Maya sat next to me, smiled, but I moved away. My best friends were Kendra and Sophie. We whispered secrets and giggled together. Maya tried to join us once with her toys, but we said no. As days passed, we whispered and laughed about Maya's old clothes and strange toys. We didn't want to play with her. As spring arrived, Maya wore a pretty dress, but it looked like someone else's. We called her Never Knew and laughed again. One day, she jumped rope alone, not looking at us. This time, she didn't ask us if we wanted to play with her. She jumped and jumped and jumped until we went back inside. Then one day, Maya didn't come to school. In class that morning, we talked about kindness. Ms. Albert placed a big bowl on her dad and filled it with water. We all gathered around and watched her drop a small stone into it. Tiny waves spread out from the stone.
This is what kindness is like. Every little act we do sends ripples into the world.
Then, Miss Albert let each of us drop a stone in while sharing our kind deeds. Joseph had helped his grandmother Kendra change her baby brother's diaper, and even Andrew the bully had done something nice by carrying the teacher's books upstairs. I stood there, holding Ms. Albert's rock, but I couldn't think of anything to share. I passed the stone on. Maya didn't come to school the next day, or the day after that. Every morning, I walked to school slowly, hoping today would be the day. Maya returned and smiled at me. I promised myself this would be the day I smiled back. Each kindness Mrs. Albert had said makes the whole world a little bit better. But Maya never came back to school. Ms. Albert told us she had to move away. I walked home alone, thinking of the smiles I never shared, the kindness I never gave. I threw stones into the pond, watching the ripples. It was like the chances of being kind to Maya were gone forever. That day, as I walked home alone from school, I noticed a boy standing on the corner, looking lost and confused.
Hey, are you okay?
I think I'm lost. I can't find my way home.
I thought about what Miss Albert had taught us about kindness, so I decided to help.
You know what? You can come with me to my house and we'll figure it out from there.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
He followed me, and as we walked, we started chatting.
I'm Hope, by the way.
I'm Jake. Nice to meet you. Hope.
He looked poor, and I thought my wealthy family would be thrilled to help someone in need. Well, not exactly. Jake and I entered the house while my parents were in the middle of. They stopped immediately when they saw us.
Hope, who is this? So remember when I said I wanted to start being kind? Well, I found this boy who seemed lost, and I thought we could help him find his way home.
Are you out of your mind? What if he's a serial killer or someone dangerous?
He's 12, Mom. And since you're overreacting, I'll take him to my room. Come on, Jake. Let's go.
I took his hand and led him upstairs to my bedroom. Mom was such a narcissist. Even though I was young, I could see right through her. Like this one time when I was 6, I was excited for Take You Child to Work Day. I thought Mom would show me off at her big office. But nope, she was too busy, shining like a star with her work friends. I tried to keep up with her, but she didn't even look at me. It was like I was invisible. Then at lunch, while I was alone, munching on a cheese sandwich, I overheard her. Her boss said she was great at her job, and she told him kids would just get in my way. Ouch, that stung. I was sitting right there, and she acted like I didn't exist. It hit me hard to Mom. Her job was everything. And me, I just didn't fit into her perfect picture, and from that day on, I didn't look at her the same way. If she wasn't gonna my mom, I wasn't gonna treat her like one, but in my bedroom, Jake had a point.
Not to be rude, but aren't you being a bit mean to your mom even though you're trying to be kinder?
Well, zip it or I'll beat you in the next game. Now pass me the PlayStation controller. Game on.
Just like that, Jake and I hit it off. He was new in town and didn't have much. That's why he was lost that day. Mom didn't like us hanging out, but I didn't let that bother me. Life was more fun with Jake, and I felt like I was really becoming nicer. A few weeks later, I asked Dad if Jake could join my private school. Dad always called me his little prince and would do anything for me, so he said yes. Well, my best friends Kendra and Sophie hadn't changed one bit. They were still pretty mean. I kept Jake a secret from them for the last few months. Jake and I agreed to act like strangers at school until I figured things out and felt brave enough to be his friend openly. The day Jake started at school, Kendra and Sophie surprised me.
Look at that hottie over there. He looks poor, but God, I'd pay him to be my boyfriend.
Yeah, let's pay him together. We can share him.
So when Maya joined us last year, we didn't want to hang out with her because she didn't have much money. But now you're all excited about a guy just because he's good looking.
Oh my God, why are you so obsessed with this Maya girl? Listen, Sophie, let's hire some private investigator to find this Maya for our friend, and she can just shut up about it.
You're hilarious, but seriously, just leave Jake out of your games.
Wait, how do you know his name?
I overheard a teacher say it, but really, just leave him be.
You know, Hope, since you're so insistent now, I really want to talk to him. Let's go! Sophie!
Great! Just what I needed. They went to him and said,
Hey there, Jake, you're new here, right?
Yeah, we thought you looked into. Interesting. Want to hang out with us?
Jake seemed to be taken aback, but agreed to chat with them. For the next few days, Kendra and Sophie became interested in Jake. They wanted him to be their friend, but they had a different plan in mind. They offered him money to run errands and do things for them. I tried to warn Jake that he was worth more than being used like that, but he didn't listen. He said,
If you want me to stop helping them, you'll have to tell them that we're friends.
I didn't know what to say to that. I wasn't ready to ruin my image by having a poor friend. Especially because Kendra and Sophie wouldn't stop laughing at me.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
With those words, Jake distanced himself from me, and grew closer to Kendra and Sophie. They started giving him more money, and he became somewhat distant. I missed my friend. Then one day, I saw Jake holding their coats and acting like a servant. I'd had enough. I approached him and dragged him aside.
Why are you acting like this? Don't you have any dignity? You want money? Fine, I'll give you money. Just stop hanging out with them.
Well, I don't mind helping the prettiest and most popular girls in school. Everyone now respects me and thinks I'm cool. And also, I don't know why, but you act like you're better than them.
Well, I am.
You'd rather see them treating me like this than standing up for your friend, because you're too ashamed to have someone like me as a friend. How does that make you better than them? At least they're nice to their parents. While you're rude to your mom and take advantage of your sweet dad, you never show him any love.
Tears welled up in my eyes, but I couldn't speak, so I just stormed off. To make things worse that night, my mom came to my room and said,
Hey Hope, I wanted to let you know that I've decided to divorce your dad. I've packed my things and I'm leaving in the morning. I came to ask if you wanted to come and live with me, although I already know what you'll say.
Yeah, since you already know, please leave and close the door behind you.
Mom left, and I buried my head in the pillow, letting out a frustrated scream. But I refused to let my tears fall. I took a deep breath and decided I was going to take matters into my own hands tomorrow. I was going to teach all these jerks a lesson. The moment I saw Jake the next morning, I said,
I'm going to ask my dad to stop paying for your school if you don't stop hanging out with Kendra and Sophie. How about that?
Yeah, cool. I'll ask Kendra and Sophie to help. They please go away. I have some things to do.
Yeah, like licking Kendra's shoes, for example.
Suddenly, Jake looked at me with angry eyes and a stern expression. He held my shoulders and pushed me back slightly.
Listen, Hope, you need to understand that you're acting like a bully, even if you don't see it. Threatening your friend to do things that only benefit you is selfish and wrong. I appreciate everything you've done for me, but for now, please don't talk to me. Whenever you see me, just look the other way. I hope you have a good life, Hope.
With that, he walked away. I stood there in shock, then rushed to the bathroom to let out my feelings. When I found Kendra and Sophie laughing and chatting. In a moment of frustration, I said,
Listen, you two. You need to stop treating Jake like he's here to do your commands.
Whoa! Calm down, girl. We don't treat him like that at all. He's just a nice guy who offers to help.
But you pay him!
Yeah, so what if you have a friend who has less money than you and could use some help? Why not?
Oh, come on! We all know you're not exactly the nicest people.
Yeah, we're not denying that. But at least we're not ashamed to be seen with a less fortunate friend in public. Unlike you.
How did you even know that Jake was my friend?
Well, it's pretty obvious that you care about Jake. We even think you have a crush on him.
Yeah, just be nice to the person you like. I know it can be hard for you, but look at us. We can do it.
If being nice to a friend means treating them like a servant, then I'll pass on that kind of advice from people like you.
With that, I left the bathroom. Weeks passed, and I stopped talking to Jake, Kendra, Sophie, and my mom. Although Mom hadn't stopped messaging me and inviting me to her house, I ignored her. One day, I woke up super sick and couldn't go to school. No one asked about me or missed me. I felt very sad and vulnerable. I didn't know what to do, but I knew I had to talk to someone. And I knew exactly who that someone would be. I went to Miss Albert's house. She looked surprised to see me. I told her everything.
I don't get it. I wanted to be kind. I helped a person in need. But they chose to be with someone mean. And when I tried to warn them, they told me to buzz off. And now the mean people are the ones who are giving me advice to be a kind person. How exactly did that happen?
Honey, you helped a person in need, and it's a good thing. But you want to help them on your own terms only, and this isn't how kindness works. Sometimes you have to go out of your way to help others.
True. It basically implied that I was ashamed of Jake, and now he chose to be with some mean girls.
Remember that there's goodness in everyone, even if you think they aren't nice. We're human beings. We have goodness and evilness, and the best of us are the ones who can control their evilness when it's most called for.
I hugged Ms. Albert tightly and left. The next morning, I entered the classroom and excused my teacher to say something.
I just want to say I'm sorry to Jake. He's a good guy, and I'm honored to be his friend.
The whole class fell silent, surprised by my confession. Jake smiled warmly at me, and I could see the relief in his eyes.
Your mom's been texting me and asking me about you. She doesn't know we weren't talking, obviously. Want to go to her place after school? I'd love to go with you.